Hello, everybody. I'm a host of today's demo pitch. My name is Danila. I remind you that demo pitch is a trial pitch dedicated to make sure you're 100% ready to present your project in front of VC funds. Let me introduce you to LATOKEN Investment Committee representative, Maxim Uslamin and Sergey Kostrikov, who will provide you with the practical feedback, highlighting the crucial points investors pay attention to. Let me emphasize two key aspects of a trial pitch session. First of all is timing, second is structure. Timing, you have 5 minutes for a pitch. Structure consists of 10 crucial parts: company purpose, problem, solution, why now, market size, competition, product, business model, team, and financial. Let me pass the word to the first project today, Platinum Dex, being represented by Alexander Rogan. Alexander, can you please share your pitch deck with us?
Indeed. Would you like me to begin?
Yes, please.
Good morning. My name is Alexander Rogan. I'm CEO of Platinum Dex, and we're a disruptive fintech from London. We are going to deploy a global network of very secure data centers built into repurposed Cold War nuclear bunkers under mountains, like the one that you don't see behind me. All our data centers will be compliant from a physical security in line with the UK CPNI requirements. That's the Centre for Protection of National Infrastructure. From the bunkers, we'll run our own global bank operations. The serious problems threaten the market at the moment, and these are ignored by the established players. The biggest is security. Over $1.5 billion has been stolen from exchanges. In addition, there's a lack of good governance. Corporations hide in the shadows, opaque by design, and onboarding is difficult, inhibiting mass adoption. We have solutions. Our security is better than anything on the market. We'll build our own platforms on our own equipment deployed in our own bunkers. Conversely, competitors hand over control of security or operations to public cloud operators. In our great experience, these providers minimize their own risk above their clients. Because we do it ourselves, our clients come second to none. You don't see the US Treasury outsourcing Fort Knox, do you? It's the US Army and 1,000 tanks surrounding their gold storage facility, not AWS or Microsoft. In addition, we've got huge banking experience and a strong moral compass. Our business will be transparent and we'll stick to our principles of trust, integrity, and security. Combine this with our new remittance app, we will enable mass adoption. We think the timing's perfect now. The market's demanding security, regulators want to see transparency, and we expect several competitors to be legislated from the market. Both size and scope of the market is very attractive. It's 1% of what it will ultimately achieve. The crypto market cap currently is 200 billion, projected to grow to nearly 2 trillion in a few years. The remittance market last year was over 550 billion, is still growing. Nation states, banks, big tech, they're all entering the market, they're driving interest, and they're helping mass adoption. Although it's a competitive environment we're moving into, it's dominated by a few exchanges, although it's expected that some will be legislated out of existence. We're going to deploy our remittance decentralized app, enabling clients to send currency globally at a fraction of the current cost. We'll launch our internet bank and crypto exchange services. We'll offer a secure custodial service for digital assets, all from our bunkers. Platinum Dex values trust, integrity, and security above all. We took a first principles approach to building our business from the ground up, which will bring sustainability and growth. Johann Gutenberg, John Boyd, philosopher Aristotle all applied the first principle approach. Aristotle defined the first principle as the first basis from which a thing is known. Now, no one embodies the philosophy more than Elon Musk, so we're in very good company. We want to sell equity to an investor who will enjoy an excellent ROI, annual dividends, and a share of our internet exchange offering on the LATOKEN platform. We plan to raise 4 million seed funding and 10 million in our Series A raise, the IEO. We anticipate that an investor will enjoy 6 million per annum dividends. Revenue year one is projected at 25 million and 64 for year two. It doesn't stop there. The growth is promising. Crypto will grow exponentially, Our room for expansion in the remittance market is huge. We've brought together a massively experienced team. The core has over 500 cumulative years experience. We're from the banking sector. We have an executive director from Rothschilds, ING, Greenbank, etc., who sits currently advising UK government on Ofgem and Ofcom. We've provided critical national infrastructure security. So we've looked after airports, ports, military, civil, nuclear, military bases, radars, things of that ilk. Our CIO was prior Chief Information Officer at the White House, looking after both Presidents Bush and Obama. And prior to that, he was a senior director within the FBI. So without a doubt, we think this is the most experienced management team of any similar project today. We invite investors to join us on our exciting and disruptive journey. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Alexander.
Maxime, wow. Under 5 minutes.
that was very comprehensive. So
it's obviously the mountain was slowing me down, guys.
Maxime, you're muted. We don't hear you.
Okay, yeah. Well, I mean, you had 20 seconds to spare, and well, I mean, it's great. It's a great pitch. We saw the earlier one, and it was much longer. The slides were less comprehensive. There was a lot more text. It was a lot more confusing. You know, also unclear structure. Right now, I mean, that's just perfect for the format that we have on our roadshows, because it has everything, you know, flowing, the structure, your oral presentation, the slides are pleasant to the eyes. There's not much we can say. Maybe use those extra 30 seconds.
Yeah, I cut some anecdotes out that I think I'm going to add back in, because 20 seconds is a long time when you're talking.
Yeah. So 20 seconds you can fit in. Maybe talk a little bit about more about the product per se.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's probably what I would focus on. Also, the only thing that I wrote down today is that you mentioned how many funds are stolen from exchanges, and I would actually put the number down, because that's something that, you know, kind of scares people and makes them aware of solution like yours. So that would be probably a good selling point.
Okay.
So instead of just saying it out loud, if you just like show how massive the number is, I mean, that could have a huge impact on the viewers. So
yeah, absolutely, no problem at all.
And I mean, huge improvement. I think you're ready. And yeah, I mean, Sergey, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, it was just perfect, I would say, Alexander. Yeah, it's a massive,
super.
massive change and improvement from the previous version of the presentation and the pitch. And on top of the Maxime words, I would say that I would actually put the concrete examples of the hacks of the exchanges, because
cool.
Quite a few. Yeah, you can put the exchange name and when it was, at least a year.
Yeah,
a year would show. Would show it and the amount of funds.
Yeah, and it's not got better over since Mount Gox. So yeah, it's I can do that definitely, and I'll expand on the product as well. I'll put some slides in there with some of the imagery of the app, so that'll look excellent. Oh, cool.
Yes,
cool.
Yeah, exactly. Excellent. And I would probably also add, if you have some exact offer to the investors, like more details on the share of equity, the tokens.
Okay.
So I would mention it explicitly, probably at the end of the presentation or just before the end of the presentation. Since you have 20 seconds also spare, you could emphasize this, and so they have a clear base, not just an opportunity, but a framed opportunity with more details.
Yeah. No problem.
I agree.
No problem. Cool.
Yeah, I think that's
whilst we're talking, yeah, I had a conversation with Ashton Addison, who's been on your show before, yeah, and I'm going to do an interview with him next week, which ties in really well with what we're doing and with the IEO that we're going to do with you guys, yeah. I was trying to understand what we could expect to raise from our IEO. Now he said if the team is really good, and if the product is really good, then a project could achieve more than the average, and the average being 5 to 10 million. Yeah, I would love to raise like 25 million, because it means I could go out and probably buy 2, maybe 3 bunkers from the start. Yeah, so from a business perspective, it means that we could really get into what we want to do first. But also, I don't want to not succeed. Yeah, and I know that my finance advisors who've done this a lot more than me are saying, go for like a 10 million raise on the IEO and then come back to the market, because the valuation of our business will be much greater. Yeah, there's an argument for that. But what do you think about the state of the market at the moment? If we were ambitious, and if we minted enough tokens, and if we sold them all, that we could raise 20, 25 million, is that too ambitious?
I would say that, yeah, we can't really tell you the approximate numbers, hard to predict. But the thing is, always with the IO, it is important, one of the most important things is to have a well-structured, well-funded marketing campaign. So the marketing campaign, that is, needs to be planned in advance. That needs to cover all the potential resources, so, and the PR activities combined with PR activities, that needs to be done, like, for sure.
So,
and, a lot depends on that.
Okay, so we're going to do it properly. Yeah, I mean, we get the seed funding in, yeah, and then we'll spend what we need to do on the marketing. That I understand that, but it's if the market's got the appetite. I mean, we could spend $1 million on marketing, and if the appetite is not there, if people, are in their own bunkers and they're not willing to put their hands in the pockets to buy something, then it doesn't matter whether we spend $100,000 or $1 million. Yeah, and if I can raise 25 million, obviously I'll spend $1 million. I mean, it's a no-brainer. Yeah, but I'm just, no decisions made. I'm just trying to get a feel for, because you guys are on the coalface. Yeah, you're talking to people like me all day long. Yeah, so, and also you're getting the responses from your investors. Yeah, or people, the family offices, the VC guys. And I think you're probably closer to these people than many of your competitors, because of the lean business you're running. Yeah, so that's why I'm interested. So you can see I'll listen to you guys. Yeah, I'll take your advice. Yeah, so in terms of where we need to pitch it, where we need to be on marketing, then I'm all ears. Yeah, I'll listen and I'll act on what we talk about. So theoretically, then, if we deliver the perfect marketing pitch and we are in the right place, then theoretically we could hit that bigger target. No, look, I'm not going to come back and complain when we don't. All right, I understand. Yeah.
Like I can't comment on the estimations even like that.
Right.
Because there are so many dimensions in that. So marketing is one side, the project, how attractive it is to investors, the team.
Well,
also,
I think
the markets, the stage of the market, the current stage of the market.
Yeah.
They are all important things.
Yeah.
And if we talk only about one dimension, it wouldn't be correct, absolutely. So, and the other ones may compensate, may the other dimensions may compensate, may bring less than expected, the input less than expected. So
would it matter if we set
yes.
the goal, the high goal, and we sold half of what we wanted to sell? I mean, we'd still sell half. It wouldn't matter, would it?
Sure. Yeah, that would be the right approach. And still you consider intermediate results during the campaign.
Right. Yeah.
So you can approach it. You can approach it not in a way that you do like you make the all of the investments into the campaigns straight away. You can approach it step by step also, and see the results.
Okay. Cool. No problem. All right. Thanks, for that, Sergey. I don't like putting anybody on the spot.
No, that's.
Thank you, Alexander. Yeah.
Thank you for participating, and well, we'll be in touch after the call.
Excellent.
Yeah,
okay. Well, I'll go back and make those. I'll work on the changes this afternoon or today.
Yeah.
And then if you want to have another run through, then we can do. And then it's when is it a good time for us to launch? Yeah. So not a problem. I've got some signing to do for the documents, I think. Yeah. So I'll get that sorted out. The only thing I did want to confirm was if we can discuss what sort of people that we're going to have on the pitch days. I'm quite happy to do 10 pitch sessions on your online roadshow for you. So to make this a big success, so as many, as much opportunity as I can take, I will use, because we can obviously push it all out, and share it through our networks, especially if we can get people to come to the live events, yeah, because it might make it seem a little bit more exciting.
Yeah.
Can I ask them? You've got all of these VCs and family offices and stuff. What's their appetite like at the moment? I mean, it was interesting. Last week there was the girl who was involved in pharmaceutical stuff, who said that she was actually doing investment entirely online, and then there was another guy that came late to the roadshow. He was from Sacramento or West Coast anyway, a Chinese guy, and he also said that he was following this, due diligence on Zoom, and they were actually investing. Are they unusual, or are most of your network moving that way now?
Well, definitely, that's the only solution right now because of the pandemic, and well, you simply cannot meet with the project even for a pitch, and let alone due diligence and the whole process behind getting the actual funds. So obviously VCs are trying to find alternative places, alternative resources where to find prominent projects. And yeah, I mean, there's a great response to that. Obviously, it's an early stage. Not everybody's used to this way of doing business, and it's gonna take maybe a little bit more time for it to become, the standard. But yeah, I mean, we see it moving that way.
Cool, super. Okay. All right. Well, I'm done. So thank you very much again.
Thank you.
Good to see you guys.
We'll be in touch with you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Alexander.
Lovely. No, my pleasure, Sergey. It's great. It's also good fun. I'm enjoying it. So it's
yeah.
Very glad. Yeah.
It's great to hear.
That helps.
Perfect.
Okay.
I was glad to see a good speech.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go find my mountain, and then
Okay.
I'll change the work on the pitch.
All right. Yep. Thank you,
Okay.
everybody.
All right. See you, Daniela. See you guys. Bye bye.
See you, Alexander. Have a great day.
Yeah, you too. Cheers. Bye.
Thank you.
Stay safe.